Hello, folks. This is Lawrence Guidry, the old Cajun, talking to you from the heart of the Ozark Mountains in southwest Missouri. Hello, my friends. It's Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. and just ran across this article. And I'd like to let you know about it. It's concerning President Bush and what's going on. So I think it might be interesting to you. So let's get started here. With the nation in the middle of a horrendous pandemic, President Donald Trump has decided to devote much of his time feuding the Obamagate conspiracy. Trump went on a Twitter rampage this past week. And let's see what he says about this past week. Sharing falsehoods and misleading claims that promote the conspiracy theory that former President Barack Obama led a supposed coup to sabotage his presidency. But when a Washington Post reporter pressed Trump earlier this week to explain what Obama did, the president failed to clarify and said, "You know what the crime is?" Well, of course, President Trump cannot make any statements concerning an ongoing investigation. The crime is obvious to everybody. All you have to do is read the newspaper, except yours. On Saturday morning, he started the day with a tweet that inaccurately stated, "Scandal has defined the Obama administration. What's clear is that President Trump is attacking Obama with the goal of discrediting his opponent in 2020. Joe Biden, Trump understands that he will never be a widely beloved public figure. He is more like the long list of heels in professional wrestling who gain their fame by stirring the fans to boo them. Though his base does love him, many voters profoundly dislike what he stands for and how he conducts himself. As president, Trump has not had much success reversing that fundamental reality, and his approval rates have consistently clocked in under 50%. So what's Trump to do? Huh? How do you re-elect with a that's my wife Grace just telling me no, she's going somewhere. A raging pandemic, should I say? I can't talk to them. My lips won't work right, folks. And economy in decline. The answer is to convince voters that your opponent is just as unlikable as you. That was the strategy Trump used in 2016 with Hillary Clinton. As candidate, Trump did everything possible to tear down her reputation, stoking allegations of wrongdoing surrounding her use of private email servers, as well he should have, as the centerpiece of his narrative. The State Department ultimately found no persuasive evidence of systematic, deliberate mishandling of classified information. Ultimately, Trump was more intent on discrediting Clinton than he was extending an olive branch to those who disagree with him and working to expand his voter base. It's just like saying, look, folks, I didn't mean to rob that bank. I just happened to rob it. So I don't go to jail? Of course you do. Just like Hillary. Oh, she didn't mean to do that, so therefore it's not a crime. Of course it is. Now, he is attempting to do the same with Joe Biden. The challenge won't be easy, given Biden's image as a decent public servant who has overcome immense personal challenges. So far, former Senate aide Terry Reid sexual assault allegation against Biden does not seem to have dented his 2020 election standard. Now, I wonder if Biden would have been Republican, how would that have went, huh? It also hurt. Okay, excuse me, folks. That's my lab balking at my wife Grace leaving. That not to have denied his 2020 election standing. Biden has denied the allegation by saying It never happened. Of course not. You think you can remember even? It doesn't hurt that Biden has close ties with Obama, who continues to be a well-loved figure among the American public. Trump initially tried to tear Biden down by using his son Hunter, Biden's former foreign business ties, in an attempt to paint both father and son as corrupt. There's no evidence of wrongdoing by either Joe or Hunter Biden. You sure? But the strategy backfired, and the question ultimately turned to whether Trump had abused his own power. A majority of the House concluded that he had, really, and that's all Democrats, and and Trump was impeached. He was later acquitted by the Republican-led Senate. Biden only grew stronger in the primaries. The reason he was acquitted by the Republican-led Senate is because there was no evidence. Now comes the second stage of the attack. One of Biden's greatest sources of strength derived from his work as vice president, really. During the Democratic primary, it became clear how much those 8 years benefited Biden. Some of his Democrat opponents launched attacks on his past voting record on issues like criminal justice and the Iraq War. But they had trouble making a lasting impact because people largely remembered Biden as vice president, not senator. Isn't that right? Given the Trump administration's chaotic response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Biden's experience in the White House remained an enormous asset for the Republican Party. And while Biden had been communicating with the world from his basement studio in Delaware, trying to figure out how much to mount a formidable digital campaign, Obama has started to deliver pointed messages about what the current administration is doing wrong. Of course. What about his administration? I suppose he never did anything wrong. He will clearly continue to be a powerful and media-savvy voice in the remaining months before the election. Really. President Trump's response is predictable. Folks, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. So therefore, I'm giving you my unbiased opinion. Okay. But he's going. It's the President Trump's response is predictable. He's going after Obama to undermine the foundation of Biden's reputation by painting the Obama administration as corrupt and Nixian. Trump may be trying to cast Biden as a new Spiro Agnew, Nixon's vice president who resigned in 1973 due to an tax evasion scandal. Of course, the problem is that Obama wasn't corrupt, and there isn't evidence that previous administration was involved in some grand effort to set Trump up as Russian stooge. Really, Obama was okay. Okay, I wonder where this guy has been getting his information. Whatever one thinks of his policies and leadership, Obama's administration was also remarkably free from major scandals, especially compared with other presidents in recent times. Really? Okay. How about the money he gave to Iran, cash, billions of dollars? Now, none of this will stop Trump from continuing to talk about Obamagate. And it's safe to say there will be more fire coming Biden's way as we get closer to the election, but the Obamagate conspiracy theory needs to be understood in the context of 2020 election. It is Trump's attempt to rewrite the history of his predecessor and use that revisionism as a way to get the public to like Joe Biden a little less, since he has trouble convincing them to like him a lot more. Okay. That's about it, folks. What do you think of that, folks? I mean, I don't know where this guy was coming from, where he got his information. You know, Obama never did anything wrong if you happen to listen to between the lines or read between the lines of what he was trying to say. But neither president, the former President Obama and the former Vice President Biden, and the President Trump, and the President, Vice President Pence. No one is perfect here. I mean, we all make mistakes, but the important thing is to learn from your mistakes, so that way you will not repeat your mistakes. But at first, before you can learn from your mistakes, you have to admit that you have made a mistake. If you refuse to admit it, then you'll never correct it. You'll never learn from it, and you will make that same mistake again. So, folks, I hope this interests you. Let me know. Give me a comment. Don't forget to click on the subscriber button. I need all the help I can get, folks. Again, this is the old airman, Lawrence Guidry, talking to you from deep in the heart of the Ozark Mountains in southwest Missouri. Folks, have a good evening, a better night, better tomorrow, and a better week next week. May God keep you safe, healthy, and happy. God bless. Bye.